What's going on, everybody? Got a got another little yap session for you, but this one's a little bit more personal about what's going on with me currently, and about how I got a lot of people, keeping tabs on me and watching me, and it's very, very obvious, which I always appreciate. I always appreciate people, caring about what I'm doing and where I'm going and this, that, and the third. What I'm saying? I definitely got a lot of things going on, so it makes sense why people keep tabs on me. But at the same time, I just know that people are watching me, and that's fine. You keep watching me, because at the end of the day, you're too busy watching me. You're not kind of paying attention to the people who are watching you. You know what I'm saying? Because your obsession of me is just going to bring out more obsessive people, and they're going to be looking at you. So I appreciate it at the end of the day, because that's pretty much what's needed at this time is people just looking out and really being attentive and not so much cautious, but just being on their, not so much even on their toes, but just kind of just being present. That's probably the best word. The best phrase for it is just being present. You know what I'm saying? Because people have been watching me my whole entire life. When my family was watching me, people at my school, people at my job, everyone's been watching me my entire life. And it doesn't matter what I do. I can literally tell them everything about me. I can give them all the information that they need, and they just want more. They just want to be in my presence. They just want to know what I'm doing, what's going on with me. It's not even like a personal thing. I'm not even mad at the people. A lot of people, they get like anxious if they don't know what I'm doing, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely can, and it has in my life, gotten to the point where it has caused a little bit of chaos with me, where people will rather watch me than actually be like present with me. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why I don't spend a whole lot of time with my family. It's because they would just rather watch me than actually be present with me. You know what I'm saying? They'll rather do that. And then when I distance myself from them, then they feel a certain type of way. But it's like, you know why I'm doing this, and you know why I can't actually be around you. You know that I can't receive my blessings, and I'm not firing on all cylinders when I'm around you. You know that. So it's like, let's not you save the tears. I'm not really too pressed on them, because just need it. And like, I can't be around people who are this obsessed with me on one front. On the other hand, they kind of want to, they don't want to show who they truly are, and whatever. Like I said, everyone's going through their own shit, got their own journeys, but a lot of the people who are so obsessed with me, I don't even know them. They're like strangers to me. So these are like my family. These are people who I've known for years. It's this. Their obsession is just needs to be studied, I guess. But I appreciate the people watching it and keeping tabs. And keep on doing it. Because I'm doing things and that haven't been done, at least in this way. History always repeats itself. I'm not doing anything brand new, but I'm doing things that people have never seen before. It's bringing out a lot of fear, which is understandable, which is very, 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 very rational. To be afraid of the unknown. Even then, that really shouldn't bring a whole lot of fear out of you. But that's who we are, and that's kind of what the people are here currently are doing. This is Cleveland, Ohio. People aren't really doing a whole lot. People don't really got a whole lot going on, truthfully, in their personal lives. So, as animals, as creatures of habit, we are always going to do what's best for us. And if what's best for you is to watch me and keep tabs on me, I'm not going to sit up here and even overthink it or pass judgment. It's going to be like, hey, do what you got to do. But like I said, hopefully you're keeping your nose clean and doing what you need to be doing, because there's probably people watching you as well. And just keep tabs on that, no matter what you are, where you're positioned in this. You're not immune to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not watching you. I'm not gonna do that. I got too many things I gotta do in my personal life, that people aren't gonna do for me. I gotta do it for myself. So I'm not gonna be keeping tabs on you, at least on that front. I know other people are. Everywhere I go, they seem to be there in one way, shape, or form. So it's like I get it, I understand that people are going to be keeping tabs on me for the rest of my life. It's needed. I'm a very dangerous person. I tell the truth. I say the quiet parts out loud. I'm not don't have a lot of shame or guilt, and there's a whole lot of things that people wish they had within themselves that I have, and that has caused a lot of fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he like this? Why is he doing this, that, and the third? So I get that. It makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, I can't stop being who I am. I can't stop showing up every single day because that's what's needed. And if people got to keep tabs on me and watch me in that front, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's the world we live in. We live in a surveillance state. I even saw a video a few days ago of we got these license readers here in Cleveland that were, I guess, we had a third-party person, group, company, have them activated, and they were supposed to be, I believe, in the beginning of July or sometime. I believe in the beginning of July, or maybe even sometime in June. They're supposed to be turned off. I can believe the contract was over, and apparently they're not. Apparently they're still going. And I guess like the chief of police, put on an investigation. All this theater. Like I said, we live in a surveillance state, but it's needed. We definitely need to kind of have cameras damn near everywhere in this world to get the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of sneaky shit going on out here, especially about other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like people just doing shit just to survive. Like, people are just doing shit just to fuck with other people and just get over on other people, put their hands in other people's pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like the main shit that I'm at least worried, or not worried, but trying to air out and bring to light is the backhandedness that's going on out here. That's like the main thing I'm trying to really bring to light. That truly needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know all the trafficking, the drugs, the humans, all that shit that's going on in this city. Most of what's going on is a front. You know what I'm saying? Most of the stores, most of the companies, everyone's putting on a performance out here. So it's like I definitely get why there's so much fear, because a lot of what's going on out here is coming to an end. How, I don't. It's not really my job. Not too concerned about what's going on legally. You know what I'm saying? I don't, especially with my recent experiences, I don't really have a whole lot of love or confidence in our judicial system at all. Our legal system is flawed for everyone. It's not even helping the people that was built to help anymore. So it's like, not too worried about that. So I know that's going to be a huge thing, but it's like that's not going to solve anything. I don't think locking people up and putting them in these cages is going to help anything long term. Like jail in itself is already cruel and unusual punishment. You know what I'm saying? If you want to really get at someone, you just expose what they did and then kind of bring them out to society and let kind of nature kind of handle it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the capacity to do that. We gotta stop playing God with people's lives and thinking like we're going to make a meaningful difference. Like, we don't have the capacity to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust anybody to look over anyone. You know what I'm saying? Especially in my time in jail. The vast majority of people have no business being in control of another human being's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not at least by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You do not have what it takes to handle that responsibility. Like I said, the vast majority of people on this planet do not. That's why I don't believe in locking people up in incarceration and just having an institution handle someone. It only makes things worse. So I don't. What's happening with people legally, I'm not too pressed on it, not too concerned about it. I'm not really looking for that. And the main reason why I wanted to sue the people who were in my local was to expose what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to win in the court of public opinion. I didn't even care about the case, truthfully honest. I just want to build a case for myself and by being like, hey, what do you make of this? That was basically it. Didn't really care about the other shit about it, but it was just that was my main thing. But now that they've keep giving me more evidence and keep doing it for me, I don't really necessarily need to do that anymore. So time to pivot and kind of figure out what else is needed. And I think right now what is needed for me is just my presence, kind of what's going on with me, kind of the mind frame that I'm in right now, and yeah, kind of doing more, exposing things for what they are and getting people to calm the hell down. These people who think that they're running shit, like, the only reason why you're doing that is because people don't know what you're doing. That's it. Trust me. Once more people like myself show up, these pretenders, these phonies, these fake tough guys and tough girls are going to show who they truly are. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm kind of laying the foundation for that, because at the end of this, it's going to be a massive power vacuum here in Cleveland, and it needs to be filled in with people who understand what this is, who are not egomaniacs, who are trying to, pretend to be people that they're not, and to just project. People are like, hey, this is bigger than me, this is bigger than all of us, this is even bigger than the city. We have to continue to, make sure that the world keeps spinning. You know what I'm saying? It's essentially these roles need to be filled in with those people, so this world, this city can kind of become what it needs to be. But I know everything that's happening right now is needed, so that's why, going back to what I was saying, I appreciate the people watching me. So you keep on watching me, that's fine. It's needed. Like I said, I need to be watched for the rest of my life. But just know that I know that you're watching me. I always know that you're watching me. That's why I keep so much of who I am to myself. And I kind of do specific things and certain things knowing that I'm being watched. So kind of little misdirection on my end, just to keep you on your toes, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I've got to make a video, it's going to be coming out in a few days. Like, communication is the main thing. Not making assumptions, communication is the main thing. I know I'm guilty of that, we are guilty of it, but some people do that way more than others, and those people kind of need to chill out with that. Stop making assumptions and communicate with people. That will solve so many of your problems and keep so much of this chaos to a minimum if you just do that. But old habits die hard, and people are who they are. Kind of have to accept that for what that is. But yeah, if you're ever dealing with gang stalking and all that, I'm dealing with historic amounts of stalking right now, which, like I said, I appreciate. It needs to happen. I've been building for this for years and years and years. So I'm glad this is happening. I know I'm stressing a whole lot of people out, and that wasn't truly my intention, but it needs to happen. Hopefully you don't take it personal, that I'm have you go through this. Hopefully that you see that this is going to make you a stronger person, and this is going to make you more resilient. You know what I'm saying? I know this is very stressful, it's very, very hard to deal with, but everything happens for a reason. Everything's for the best. So hopefully that you're making the best of the situation that I'm putting you in, or that I'm part of. I can't take full responsibility for this, but I'm part of this whole thing. So hopefully that you're making the best of it, and you'll become a better person at the end of this, because that's what's for all of us. That's going to be our blessing, is to become better people at the end of the day because of all this. So I know this is a very stressful situation, which is why you're keeping tabs. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the stress levels low and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's basically the main synopsis of this Yapshess is, yeah, I know you're watching me. I know what's going on. Continue doing it. I notice, some of my videos here are now getting way more views than any of my other ones have, even though my subscribers are lower. And like I said, I know what's going on. I appreciate what's going on. Everything's happening for a reason. Everything's happening. Everything's coming together. You know what I'm saying? So this is very, very cathartic. I'm definitely taking notice of it, keeping inventory, and keeping it moving, as you all should too. So yeah, keep it going. We're in July. It's gonna be some beautiful days coming up. It's not the best day today. I wanted to go to the park, but it's gonna be storming and not the best. But tomorrow, maybe that'll be a good day to go. Early in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Get that fresh morning park energy. You know what I'm saying? Never really experienced that. See what that's all about. But yeah, keep it going. Keep watching, and yeah, we'll get through this.